Hey everyone, welcome back to Craps University. Today we're going to talk about a safety strategy. And a safety strategy is making sure that you don't become overexposed with your bets. And you're going to leverage probably the best bets that you can make on the table on a per number basis. So this strategy is called the double dip defense. It's a low risk, low maintenance strategy that only uses 2 bets. Today, we're actually going to use 3 bets for it. But you can do, when we get into the layout and how it works, I just prefer using the three numbers that we're going to play, or the 3 bets that we're going to play. So, okay, so this is how it works. We start off with a don't pass. And then we don't have to do anything until a number is set. Okay? So, once a number is set, we put our money on the 6 and 8. And with that, we have a low edge bet here. There's no real odds. You could probably put on a 9 2 times odds, maybe, but it's up to you. You can play with no odds. These are also pretty good bets. So it's a hybrid dark side, light side strategy. So let's say the next number to hit is an 8. We know that pays 35. Okay? We have paid off our bet plus won $5. Now, you have the option, dealer, take down my 8. Okay? There's no pressing, no expansion like this. It's very straightforward. We know that 6 and 8 get rolled. There's 5 combinations of each, and 7, right here, we're betting on the 7. That is 6 combos. So knowing all of that, and using the combinations to our choice, you could leave that 8 up. Sure, no problem. You can leave it up and just collect. Just don't press it. So here's what to, okay, why don't we see this in action, okay? Like I said, we are going to put a come out roll, or, yep, that's a don't pass on the come out. And we are currently off. We're going to set a number and 3 craps. So opposite of the pass line, we get paid on craps. All right. So we rack that. And we're looking for a come out. And 12 craps. Here, that's a craps, but we do not get paid on it because that's a push right there. And it's a push just everywhere. And 8, all right? So we do not want to roll an 8. So I would suggest just playing the 6 on this. And we can cap that and rack that. So we really only have, we're looking for a 6 or 7, and 8 will lose that. All right. And 6, there's the 6. All right, so 30 pays 35. We just pick it up and rack it. And I am going to leave that up for another roll. and 8. All right, that is a loser there. And again, we're coming out. That's off. Come out. And we've got a 6 on the come out. So what we will do, yeah, we could leave that, but it's kind of a negative wash. We'll just move that over to the 8. And 6 point. All right, 2 points in a row. That's a loss. Again, looking for a point. And 10. All right, for a 10 on the don't pass, we'll bring up the 6 and 8. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to play 3 times odds there. 4 and 10 are the best numbers for the don't. And we're going to try to take advantage of it with those 3 times odds. Actually, I am going to only put 70 there because we're laying odds and not placing or taking odds. So we get paid for a 10. That'll be half. 75, we'd lose a little bit we'd risk even more money, $1, but that'll be an even $35 payout. All right. And 7 out. All right. So we lose both of these bets, but $35. 70 in odds pays 35, and we get the 1-to-1. And we take that and we rack it up. And basically, we almost just hedged that. But this, if you're into collecting comps, this is another strategy that will provide longevity at the table with playing with multiple types of bets at this level. And it should keep you at the table for a very long time. And a lot of times you'll walk away with some money. All right, 4. Hard 4 on the come out. All right, so here we'll drop the dealer 60. Place the 6 and 8. Again, 4 is a good number on the don't. And actually, we want to do 70. I've got this thing about just make it easy for the dealer. All right, we're set. And we're shooting. And 4. That's a point, and we lose all of that. That one kind of hurt. So we'll go down again. We're looking for a point. And 5. No field 5. And here, we'll put $30 odds on that 5. Yes, we're risking less, but here on $30, we will get paid 20 as opposed to the 35 with full odds. So the farther you get in, the better your payouts get. They never get back to 1-to-1 though. And 9. Center field 9. Nothing happening. And 12 craps midnight. And 8. All right, this is hit number 1. Just take it, rack it, and I'm going to leave it up. The strategy, you can take it down to protect your bankroll, but I'm going to leave it up. And yo 11. Two craps. Seven out. All right. So as the strategy suggested, you take this down. We didn't because I'm greedy, but we lose that and we get paid 1-to-1 and then $20 on the back for 30. And then we take this and we rack it. And we're off. Let's do another one. And 6. All right, we're on there. We're only going to play the 8 right now. We're not going to take odds. And yo 11. And 7 out. All right. So with that, we get 25 1-to-1. And we lose our bet here. But why do I have that out? We only lost $5. So do you see how the hedging of this is working? So we lost $5 and we live another roll without demolishing our bankroll. If we would have gone inside on that roll, if we were playing pass line and inside, yeah, we wouldn't have done that well. That would have been 110 inside. I think we hit a 9 and then 7'd out. So, yeah, I like this. I will play this at the casino. People ask, what am I doing? And I'm just hedging my bets. It's pretty easy. Yo. All right. Our don't loses. And 9. Center field 9. We're on there. Let's put our 6 and 8 out again. Now, this is called double dip. Really, the strategy states only play one number and the don't. Okay? But I'm greedy. So we're going to play both the 6 and 8. So technically, we're playing 6, 7, 8. And 3 craps, acey deucey. And 5, no field 5. 8, square pair. All right, and now we're going to go to what the strategy says, and we're going to put that in our rack. And 9. All right. We hit that point. That's our 9. And we are coming out. Sorry. 10. We're still going to leave that 6 up, but we're going to play 70 odds on that 10, just like we did last time. And we've got a 5, no field 5. Here we're looking for 6 and 9, center field 9. We're looking for 6 and 6. There it is. All right, we're going to take that. We're going to take our bet down. We're going to put that in the rack. Now we are looking for big red. And 10. 10 the hard way. We lose that. And that's it. And I'm going to do another round. We only did 3 rolls. Coming out. 7. That's a loser for the don't. Take the don't. Pay the line. And 7. Take the don't. Pay the line. And 7 again. Take the don't. And 10. And let's do 70 again. And we'll put 30 on the 6 and 8. And 10. This roll is a disaster. Total disaster for us. We're not going to play here anything. We're just going to play the roll out. And 5. See if we can recoup anything. And 9, center field 9. 7 out. All right, that roll was an utter disaster. And we're down 350. 345 to be exact. But I think I've played this at the casino, had quite a bit of luck with it. Just because we didn't have luck doesn't mean it's not valid. Because usually what did us in was that very last roll. So why is this effective? This is not a get-rich-quick system. It's not about monster wins. It's about playing smart. And the real strategy is you play the don't, you're playing 2 bets. You play the don't, and you play the 6 or the 8. If you're on the 6, you play the 8. If you're on the 8, you play the 6. If you're on the 9, you choose whichever one you want. But that's up to you where you play 2. I was playing 3, and see, by not sticking with the strategy, I wasn't taking down after that first hit either on every single roll. So I'm a bad steward of this strategy. So I think that could have saved us at least another $150 if I would have played it to a T. And it's just 2 bets. One of them is the don't, and also the strategy says don't take odds. I was taking odds, and it did us in for sure. I lost. That's $150 right there. So we would have been closer to even if I would have stuck with the strategy. But hey, I'm the typical craps player that wants money fast, and I did not articulate this strategy the best. Remember, it's a don't and 1, 6, or 8. No pressing, no odds. I'm terrible. That's it. Yep. Okay, so final thoughts and recap. We're really using the house edge on the don't pass to protect us. And then we're using one of the best box numbers, the 6 or the 8, to grind steady wins. 2 bets, low risk, easy execution. That's the double dip defense. With that being said, I reset my rack, and we are going to run through this one more time. Coming out. And 10. I'm going to do to a T the strategy as it dictates. And I'm going to play the 6. I need some change here. That's 20. And 6. Okay. Once you hit that, you pick it up and rack it. 30 pays 35. And 9, center field 9. 8, easy. And 8, square pair. Yo 11. 4 the easy way. And 9, center field 9. And 6 again. 6. 6 again. Ooh, rolling lots of 6s. Yo 11. All right, we're in hot shooter territory. 6 again. I think that's 4 6s. And 7 out. All right. That was a good roll for many people at the table. We're off. And yo, we lose that. $12 midnight. 8 the easy way. All right. We'll put our 30 on that 6. Looking for 6 and 9. Center field 9. Looking for 6. 5. No field 5. And 3 craps, acey deucey. 8. That's the point. All right. So we go off. They collect that. Let's leave that 6 out there, but it's off. It's not working. The come out roll is a 4. We're still looking for a 6. And 6. That's it. All right. And you can tell the dealer, actually that's 35. Dealer, take my 6 down. And with those 2 rolls, that's what we're up. $45. With this roll for us, we're done. We've taken all our money. Now do you see how conservative this is? It's a slow grind, but it's very safe. They call it the double dip defense. If you want time at the table, maybe to get into a hot shooter rhythm that you can take advantage with this strategy, probably coupled with another strategy once you know the hot shooters here. I just did a video on another persona, the hot shooter chaser, and maybe you start implementing some strategies that would help you when you're in that hot shooter. This is low risk. It keeps some action on the table for you, but it's very safe. And you can make a little bit for your bankroll. Just like that, 45 bucks. But I've got to get better at doing this strategy to a T and not getting impatient and greedy to show you some other ways. Once you get the strategy, then you can change it or optimize it how you like. All right. Thanks for watching today. Craps University out.